This is the X Quad 220 ready to fly mini racing quadcopter. Here's some of the things that you can expect to receive in the package. Transmitter, got a 1300 milliamp 4S Lipo battery. We also have a computerized balance charger as well as the AC adapter for the wall, as well as 3 sets of props, 2 sets of 545 and 1 set of 530, and then of course the mini quad itself. Start out by pulling propellers out and you look at the numbers and how they are facing up. The ones with the R on them are for right hand rotation and will go on the front left and rear right arms of the quadcopter itself. Make sure the numbers are facing up. Same thing for the other side. Numbers facing up. The ones that do not have a letter on them are for counterclockwise rotation, and those will go on the front right and left rear arms of the quadcopter. Again, it is very important to make sure that the numbers are facing up. When installing the propellers, be sure that the prop goes on to the motor shaft smooth and straight, and that there is no debris in between. Taking the prop spinner nut, you will thread this onto the motor shaft, making sure that it goes on smooth and not cross-threaded. After you finger tighten it down, use a 10mm wrench and snug it up the rest of the way just to make sure that your prop does not come off during flight. Now install the battery into the battery bay in the back of the quadcopter. Be sure that the battery cables do not get into the path of the blades. This 1300 milliamp 4S Lipo battery will provide in the range of up to 10 minutes of flight time. Now you are ready to fly. You will turn on your transmitter and then push the throttle stick to the bottom right inner corner to arm the motors. Before you take off, you will want to engage the yellow coated auto level switch on the top right portion of your radio. This will keep the quad automatically level for hovering. After you land, you will push the throttle stick to the bottom left corner and this will disarm the motors. After the motors have stopped spinning, unplug the quadcopter battery and then turn off the transmitter. To be safe, you will want to do it in that exact order. The voltage of your battery fully charged is 16.8 volts total, or 4.2 volts per cell fully charged. You do not want to deplete your battery below 3.2 volts per cell, as this can damage the cells, causing it not to charge anymore or potentially become dangerous during the charging process or discharging process. Your included Lipo charger comes with a charging cable adapter that is designed to fit your Lipo battery, and while plugging in this cable, you simply need to match up the colors for when you insert it in for power. Red goes to red, black goes to black. This is also a balance charger, so the balance lead port on your battery will plug directly into here. Make sure that when you put this in, you will notice that the black wire is at the end, right where you see the negative sign on the charger. When plugging the battery into the charger, you want to make sure that you insert both the balance port and you plug in the JST connector as well. So both will be connected to the charger itself, and that's how it will pick up and then display the readings that you see on the side of the box here that you can cycle through with the menu key.
Hey guys, so we're out here to do the flight test. We're going to go over some of the quick steps that you need to take before you fly, some of the things for safety precautions. This particular quad is for Joe, so this is going to be a quick flight test to show you some of the cool features of the quad, and let's get into it. Again, arming the motors is pushing this down and to the side. That'll arm them, disarm it, to the other side.
If you notice while hovering that your quad seems to drift to one direction or the other, it is a good idea to use your trim settings to key in some fine adjustments to get your quad to hover just right. Also, be sure that when you take off, you are taking off from a perfectly level surface. That way, the accelerometer understands what is level and how to keep the quad perfectly level during flight.
After you land, again, you want to disarm your motors right away. First thing. After you've disarmed the motors, the second thing you want to do is unplug the quad. Just walk over and unplug the quad. Set the transmitter down here, but leave it on. Reach down here. Unplug the quadcopter so you're safe. Then turn off your transmitter. After you've turned off your transmitter, you can go ahead and flick your switch. The switch is engaged and you try to turn on the transmitter, it'll beep at you. So to avoid that, just flick the switch back and you're good to go. So those are some of the safety tips you want to remember when you're flying. Good luck on your flight. Thanks a lot.